everyone! Well, it's been a while and I'm back again with a new project here. And now it's a new chapter. I'm working right now on this beautiful Murphy Moose airplane, which is actually the aluminum kit experimental airplane. It's manufactured in Canada, in Chilliwack. And this airplane is quite cool. It's actually the tail wheel airplane designed for STOL, like short takeoff and landing. So it's in its configuration. It can be on floats, it can be on wheels, like this one for example. This airplane flies behind either radial engine, which is interesting. It's actually manufactured in Soviet Union by a constructor last name Vladimir. So it's interesting. I was born in Soviet Union. And or this airplane can fly with the classic standard Lycoming 540 engine, and it has a wingspan 36 feet. The maximum takeoff gross weight is 3,500 pounds, which is really cool, and it can be configured up to 6 passengers. Well, it's huge. Later on you will see it's really huge, like lots of space in this airplane. And it's fast, relatively fast. At the same time, it has about 50 knots or 50 miles stall speed, and I guess it can be even modified to have even lower margin for the stall speed. So, in overall, it's a very interesting airplane, and the plan is to get some things finished on this airplane inside and outside, get engine installed, engine running, and get all electrical system and all avionics in this airplane installed and working. So I'll show you a little bit around the airplane, how it looks like and what it has. So our Murphy Moose, well, it has pretty standard for this class of type of aluminum airplanes construction. Firewall, engine mount. Interestingly, the cables, they made it in and out here, well, just easily to change the direction. So, but it's interesting. It comes out here, and my question was if high temperature under the cooling may influence and damage those wheels, but looks like no, it's all fine. Well, it's a high wing airplane, obviously. There is no wings installed right now, but it's a high wing airplane. It has a huge door, like the size of the door is really huge, plus it has a huge baggage door. But let's focus first here. So, yeah, that's gonna be our panel for all avionics from 360, from my company. Here we have the pedals. Right away here is our firewall. So I think we still need to apply and put some protective material against the fire and temperature. That would be good to have. So the wheels and wheel struts are actually interestingly designed. That's how they are made here. So that's the way this bolt actually holds it here. We have 3 bolts here and 3 bolts on the other side here. On the outer side here, the wing support, wing strut is mounted. It's all on cables, like mostly on cables here, like we have cables for the aileron controls. We have lots of cables. We also have the push rods, like for example for the elevator control we have a push rod, but at some point that push rod actually turning into the cable. So that's interesting design actually. So we have a push rod which turns into the cable and goes all the way to the tail. Design of the ailerons is also very interesting. So we have cables, control cables, which go all the way up here, all the way up, and go here to this crank. From here we have a push rods which actually pushing those cranks here. So again, this construction means we have cables and push rods, like mix. After Vancer V10 were most things are on the push rods except the rudder pedals. For me it's something interesting. Well, so the fuel tanks obviously under gravity feed. Fuel system comes from the back, goes all the way down here to the fuel selector. I will tell about that later. That's a whole fuel system. That's our flaps handle. So basically flaps are right here, more like a Piper style, right? So in the middle. Well, which is really cool. What else? Lots of small openings, like small windows. Two on top here. All that, like inside it's covered with a paper just to avoid scratching. So more here. And the spacing inside is huge. Look at those seat rails. They are long. I would say 4 people, 4 person gonna feel in this airplane super comfortably with lots of baggage. 6 people, probably 6 people gonna be just fine, not crampy, like really fine. Again, lots of space in this airplane. And look at this, it's interesting. This is the baggage door. No, technically it's not a baggage door. That's a door to the tail cone where, like for inspection, right? So technically this door, behind this door is a tail cone, and thus this part is only for the inspection. But what I heard and what I already was able to read on the internet, that some converting this airplane by adding even more weight here. They basically protect this wheel and add additional baggage space in this area, which in fact makes this airplane much more tail heavy. Yeah, that's how it is, but people do that. And the baggage door, in fact, it's huge. Like it's really dimensions are just super big. I would say that you can feed here, I don't know, probably a fridge, like a good sized fridge or dishwasher or even washing machine. Like it really will fit. So that's a huge airplane. Well, tail is not assembled completely yet, but again, pretty standard construction. Some similarities with the Vance aircraft. There are some similarities, of course, between all airplanes. Rudder, the vertical stab. The rudder, I will look at it later, but I guess it should have quite a good authority, so should be huge or big because of the speeds, right? Because airplane's stall speed is quite low. That's our tail wheel. And let's take a look from the other side, which will be basically the same. Again, windows, 1 window, 2 window, 3 window, plus those additional 2 windows, plus those windows on top as well, 4 more. So we have 6 windows on top. We have 1, 2, 3 on the side, 4 on the side, and of course windows in the doors. So airplane has lots of windows, and this is really cool, especially because this is the high wing airplane. So the upper visibility should be just amazing. You should be able to see everything. Fuel system in this airplane is planned to be SDS EFI from Canadian manufacturer. I have not yet looked into the system. We have everything here already in house. I have not had a chance to look at that in details. Just there are some parts installed, like fuel pumps, fuel filter, and another fuel filter, like couple parts already installed here, fuel lines, but lots of things going to be added, of course, and I will be adding that to my videos as well. Panel will be redone. Like this is just basically the plate, but it all will be cut. Additional panels will be added, so that's going to look nice. Soon it's going to be riveted. Look at those huge wheels. They're quite big. They're quite large. Let's see what's written on them. So it's 850, 8.5 by 6. Wow, they're quite big, and you can definitely install even larger wheels. From what I understood, we need as much as possible weight on the nose. So basically we want to have more weight on the nose, since otherwise airplane will be tail heavy. And this airplane will be flying with Lycoming 540. Like there are two options, as I said in the beginning, either VDNAF radial engine or Lycoming. With VDNAF radial engine it's a bit faster, and yeah, it's just more powerful, but otherwise it's gonna fly with Lycoming 540. We have it right here, it sits here, beautiful, newly assembled engine, just waiting for its hour to be installed. We have lots of parts here, we have basically everything. Plus we have huge wings for the airplane. They're right here, but about the wings I will tell in a later series, because lots of interesting things to talk about the wings. They're huge, and we have lots of other parts as well sitting here. So the plan is, first of all, to complete at this stage some riveting, like to do some riveting to make sure that we are safe to hang the engine here, which is important. Now we also work on the cables, because cables needs to be all passed and installed before really avionics wiring can be started, because lots of places, which is like really new for me, but I need to know the safe routes for all the cables, and this, as I said, this airplane is very new to me. What I really figured out is that this is very interesting airplane, but it really lacks proper documentation. The instructions, like I used to advanced aircraft instructions, which are super bright, super clear, explained like for any person how to do that, like very simple. For this airplane in particular, the instructions are they're like written, but they have minimal information. Some parts of assembly are not even covered, like make your own decision, think about how you would do that. So definitely it requires some experience in airplanes built. Without that, it's probably not going to work well or not going to work safe. Once cables are done and some riveting is done, next will be the panel. With the panel, well, basically just have to do all the mechanical job on the panel to make sure all plates, seats and everything. And well, after that wiring will start. Wiring will take a good amount of time, lots of wires to do, and it's planned for this airplane to have lots of cool features, like electronically wise, and including autopilot at some point, tail beacon X, good radios, nav radios, and lots of stuff. So there's going to be lots of wiring here. And of course engine run, that's for sure, 100%. Once everything is ready, we're gonna be doing the first engine run. The prop on this airplane will be a standard Herzl prop. If I'm not mistaken, it's 84 inches long. With 540 engine, it's about what RV10 has, so it's about 260 horsepower. This engine will be given at 2700 RPM. Which is great. I'm sure this airplane gonna fly on its speed. I mean, this is not an airplane for fast flying. This is more like to enjoy, to look closer, and of course, most importantly, is to land almost anywhere, right? So that's different purpose for the airplane. So 540 engine should be fine here, and yeah, lots of work here. And I'm gonna be now doing the series of videos, recording all my work one by one. I cannot say how fast those episodes will be coming out, but I will be recording, I'll be doing videos, and once I have some material enough to put in a like 10, 20, 30 minutes series, I will be releasing that. So feel free to ask your questions, feel free to share with your friends. If someone is currently building same type of airplane, maybe it's going to be interesting for you as well. For me, it's a very new, like I'm just learning and studying on this airplane, but this is a very interesting airplane, I find it. And I hope that it's gonna look beautiful very soon. And yeah, lots of work on this airplane. After all engine start is done, after all avionics is completed, this airplane will have to go through lots of additional hardware work, like hardware installations, lots of other additional riveting. It's a regular pull rivets here, which is good because it's easy, it's quick. There are almost no rivets to back. It's just pull rivets. They're pretty standard rivets. Most, of course, of the frame is already riveted, so again, nothing super difficult, but still lots of rivets are missing, which needs to be done. Floors are not yet riveted, so this is after all cables and all fuel system is done. And I'm sure that for some of you it will be interesting about the SDS FE fuel system. One episode I will include the installation. I will look at it later. I haven't seen that system yet. I have some experience, good experience with US manufactured fuel systems. I think it's System 32 FE called, which is very similar, two very similar systems in terms how they function. They those kits include different parts. I mean differently manufactured parts by two different companies. One is in US, one is in Canada. So this will be my first experience with this SDS FE. I will make a video, and again I will judge from my point of electrical engineer how it's made, and of course from based on my knowledge, what I know about the airplane fuel systems. Also, the Avionics will be my company's Avionics from 360. We're gonna have one or two large FSs. We're gonna have some backup instruments. We're gonna have lots of stuff here. So it's gonna be lots of fun here. And yeah, autopilot, comm radios. We almost have all parts needed. Just waiting for a couple more packages to arrive. And once it's here, we can start with more things to do. Of course, lots of small orders will go in and out, because obviously you never know what you need in advance, but there is some already understanding of what should be needed. Well, so keep watching, subscribe, and leave your comments. We'll be happy to answer. And of course, at the end, briefly about myself, what's happening with my projects. So my first RV10, which I built and made dozen episodes about it on the YouTube channel. It's perfectly flying. It's a beautiful airplane, love it very much. It's currently parked in a different hangar. It's my buddy's hangar here at the same airport. So I'm flying. My buddy is building RV14 actually, also very interesting airplane, and I can't wait to actually fly it with him and see how it flies. So hopefully he will finish it soon. And yeah, so now my hangar is full dedicated for this Murphy Moose build. Second RV10 partially built, so wings are ready. I started on some fuselage part, but because I have this project now, so I will first work on it, and the next year, probably in the spring, around springish time, I will continue to work on the second RV10 project. Like, no rush on that one. I have almost everything for that project, so I just need to rebuild my engine and get fuselage riveted for the second airplane. Otherwise, avionics, I involved full-time in avionics development right now, so do lots of things, work hard. Me and my friend pilot also were flying lots of shifts and hours to test avionics. We fly RV10 for that purpose a lot, and basically it's became a test mode airplane, so everything gets changed on this airplane all the time for flight testing. So I prefer to do all real testing in flight instead of simulating on the ground. So yeah, avionics, autopilot right now. Couple new products will be coming from 360 Avionics next upcoming year. Interesting products, and yeah, that's how it goes. Again, we'll be happy to read your comments and answer your questions. Otherwise, see you in the next episode. I will be doing short videos, and probably, I will be doing the video series about the build, and I will likely be also putting some videos on the Instagram, like some short episodes, maybe some shorts or maybe just some pictures. about the Moose build. That's how it is, and I hope to see you again, all of you, in the next videos. And take care, have a good one, bye.